Shawn Porter wins a 12-round unanimous decision over Adrian Granados to capture the vacant WBC silver welterweight title. This was actually a pretty good scrap. Granados tried to apply pressure all the way through the fight, as he does in just about all his fights. Shawn Porter mixed it up, as he does in a lot of his fights these days. He's not purely a pressure fighter, Shawn Porter. He will box on the back foot a little bit. Then he'll come in with pressure. He'll mix it up. He'll try and confuse the opponent and keep the opponent guessing. He did a pretty good job here against a very, very tough, very, very game Adrian Granados. Now, Granados was aggrieved by the decision. He felt like he won the fight. And as I've often said, the least reliable people to judge a fight are the fighters who are actually in the ring partaking in that fight that you're judging. You know, they're the least reliable people when it comes to judging, because they're the least objective. In a fighter's mind, he's blanking out all the success that his opponent had in a particular round, and he's only remembering the good things that he did in that round, because they're trying to keep a positive attitude all the time. And they might not even be doing this on a subconscious, on a conscious level. It's taking place on a subconscious level, that their mind is always thinking about the positive things that they themselves did in that round to their opponent. And so they might have a very skewed view of how the fight actually went. That's why you see so many fighters who blatantly lost fights on the cards jumping up and down after the fight with their hands in the air, acting like they won. So, you know, fighters themselves, when they're in the ring, they're the least reliable people. You might find a few fighters here and there that can actually judge well when they're in a fight, but generally speaking, most top-level fighters, they're not good at judging the fights they're actually partaking in, you know. So that was the case with Granados as far as I was concerned. I think Shawn Porter won this fight fairly clearly. I think he won. I think he landed the most clean, effective punches throughout. I know Granados came on strong at certain points, but overall, I believe, from what I saw, Shawn Porter controlled the action, landed the better shots, was the ring general. You know, he came forward at points and pushed Granados back. He boxed on the back foot. Granados was landing shots here and there. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't an easy fight for Shawn Porter by any means. Granados is a very, very tough guy with a good chin, a lot of heart. But yeah, the right man won as far as I'm concerned. And Shawn Porter goes on to bigger and better things, maybe fighting for the title again. So let me know what you felt about Shawn Porter's performance. Were you impressed? Do you think he's still improving? Do you think he's plateaued as a fighter and he's got as good as he's ever going to get? What did you think of the scores? Were you somebody that sympathized with Granados and thought that maybe he won the fight, or it was closer than the judges had it? Because the judges all had it by the same score, 117 to 111. What do you think about the fact that all three judges had the exact same score? Is that fishy to you? Does it even matter to you because you believe the right man won anyway? Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Who would you like to see Shawn Porter fight over the next year or so? He's apparently ruled out Errol Spence for whatever reason. I haven't really looked too much into that in terms of the details of exactly what you said, but these are the headlines I'm reading, that he's turned down or he's saying that he wouldn't necessarily want to fight Errol Spence. Sorry, yeah. So he's not looking at the Spence fight apparently. What do you think? Make of that? How do you think a rematch with Kell Brook might go if Brook stays at 147? How do you think a rematch with Keith Thurman would go? Or maybe we'll get Terence Crawford potentially fighting Shawn Porter, since he's moving up to 147 pounds. Let me know how you feel about all of that in the comment section below. Maybe you feel like Shawn Porter should target Jeff Horn, as a lot of people see Jeff Horn as the weak link in the welterweight division. Apparently, Shawn Porter wanted to fight Danny Garcia, but Garcia and his people supposedly were not on that fight. They weren't really feeling it. So yeah, let me know how you feel about everything I've talked about in this video. It's happening. I'm out.